Hi guys, and welcome to this morning twisting class. So this short class is a lovely way to wake up the body. Obviously lots of twists and lengthening through the side body, which is a really nice way just to feel energized because it's getting our center moving, and we've got some nice all body stretches as well. So it's a little bit of everything, but particularly focusing on twists. So we'll get started in child's pose. If you want to bring your knees about as wide as the mat, big toes to come to touch. Sink heavily towards those heels before letting the hands walk away. Let yourself find that nice settled stillness, forehead to the mat. Arms can stay nice and soft and heavy as we start here. Just giving yourself a moment to become still. Watching your breath move in and out through the nose. And just noticing the quality of the breath. Is it moving quite fast? Is it moving quite slow? No judgment, just observation. And just allow yourself to take control of that breath now. Take yourself a full deep breath in, expand the lungs. Slowly breathing out. Start to activate the arms a little. Maybe the fingertips can crawl a little further away. Maybe you stack the hands up onto fingertips. Feel that width within the chest with the breath in. And that sinking of the body on the breath out. Take one more, give those palms or fingertips a press into the mat. Push your hips towards your heels. And as you exhale, let your hands walk off towards the right side of the mat. So your chest moves towards your right knee, your right thigh. Keeping the body nice and long. You can leave the hands separate, or perhaps the left hand comes on top of the right, that left side body feeling nice and long. Stay heavy with the left sit bone, push it towards the heel. Focus the inhale into that left rib cage, make it grow wider. And then use an exhale to come all the way via center. 2 hands off towards the left. Option for the right hand to rest on top of the left. And again, this time breathing into the right rib cage. Feel like you're puffing it out in that direction. Great, take one more. And then as you exhale, walk your way all the way back in. Hands to then walk up towards your shins. You're coming to sit onto your shins, tops of the feet down against the mat. Interlace the hands, turn the palms to face forwards, and you press the palms away, chin to the chest as you round your back and press your spine out behind you. Use an inhale to send those hands to the sky, gaze up towards them, maybe open the mouth, stretch the jaw. And then as you exhale, left arm goes forwards, right arm goes back into an active twist. So using our core muscles to help our body turn here. Holding what you have, deep breath in, reach out through fingertips. And then exhale, assist yourself into that twist. Your hand can come to your thigh, your backhand either to the floor, maybe to the feet if you can grab those. And just allow yourself to find a little extra movement with the help of the arms. Belly is holding in, chest is growing tall. Inhale. And then exhale to come back to center, and again interlace those hands, palms are forwards, press them away from you, chin to the chest as you hollow out through the belly. Use the inhale to send the hands to the sky, gazing up. And then exhale, right arm forwards, left arm back, holding this position, reaching out, thinking of moving that left chest back as far as you can. One more breath in. And then exhale, hands come to assist you into the twist. Keep looking over that left shoulder. Keep drawing the chest nice and tall on top of hips. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more. As you exhale, undo the twist, draw yourself back to face center, and then tuck the toes under behind you. Give yourself a moment to just sit towards the heels there. Feel the soles of the feet and the toes. Wake up a little bit there, and then just push yourself up onto the balls of your feet. So into a little froggy squat. Heels are to be lifted. Maybe take your feet a little bit wider. Keep the knees a little bit wide as well, so pointing away. And maybe just find a little bit of movement here. Bit of a sway from left to right. Just easing into the hips. You can let one heel drop down as you move from one side to the other. No sort of right or wrong here, just some nice loose movements. You can keep one hand to the floor, take your right hand to your right knee, sit away from you, keep this left knee nice and wide as well, opening up into the inner thighs, and then on to the other side. Right hand goes down, left hand pushes that left knee wide. As you come back to center, feet to be about hip distance apart, push your hips towards the sky into a ragdoll fold, so thighs and belly nice and close together, arms can dangle nice and freely, finding that length in the back of the legs and the lower back, maybe taking a soft sway with the torso, a little bit like a pendulum swaying from left to right. Maybe it might be nice to take a little nod or shake of the head, a circle of the head, making sure that neck is feeling nice and loose, finding a softness across the back of the shoulders. Great, and then let your arms release. Let your right fingertips come to rest onto the mat. Maybe use a block if the floor is too far away. With an inhale, left arm rises to the sky as the gaze follows. Chest is facing tall. Right knee to bend as much as you need to help you twist here. If you're someone with a little bit more flexibility, you could start to then see if that right leg could go a little straighter, but if it's early in the morning for you, hamstrings are not usually feeling particularly long first thing. One more deep breath, opening up. Exhale to draw that hand down, switching sides, left hand to the floor. Breathing in, right arm rises high, left knee bends as much as it needs to. Right leg can be straight if it wants to. And again, you could try to take things further by pushing that left sit bone back, but trying to not compromise the twist. Inhale, holding. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Keep those knees softly bent. We're going to walk our way forwards into plank. So all the way to the top of the mat with the hands, bringing those shoulders over wrists, making sure we've got our bum out of the sky. Squeeze your glutes and tuck that tailbone. Heels are pressing away. Belly is nice and firm. Plank's a good way to wake up. One more deep breath in. Now on the exhale, let your knees drop down to the mat. Take your left arm as it threads underneath your right armpit for your threaded needle pose. Take your time to come down onto the side of the shoulder, side the head, facing out towards that right hand, and then walk your right hand away from you, out towards the top of the mat till it's nice and straight. Maybe stack it onto fingertips, generally quite comfortable, and just allow your body a moment here to really open to this right side. Think of rolling the right rib cage slightly backwards, turning the chest out towards the hand. Breathing in, breathing out. Option to stay as you are, making things a little jazzier. Right leg, extend it first so it's nice and straight, foot is still onto the mat. And then taking your time, keeping the pelvis facing the floor, see if you can start to find lift of that leg as it rises up towards the sky. Squeeze right glutes to help find strength. Keep the right hip facing down. Again, option to stay here. Or if you want to get super jazzy, bend that knee, heel towards bum. See if your right hand can go and find that foot in the sky as you give it a kick. Keep the pelvis facing down. If you've tumbled onto your bum, it's probably because the pelvis opened to one side. One more deep breath in. On the exhale, if you took the bind, release it, leave that right leg lifted. Hands come to the mat. I want you to pull yourself back towards tabletop. This left arm is then going to reach out towards the top of the mat into an extended tabletop. So left arm is forwards, right arm is back. Deep breath in, holding. On the exhale, knee and elbow to tap together underneath the body, maybe knee and nose if you want to make life harder. As you inhale again, reach it all the way out. On the exhale, bend your back knee. Let your left hand catch that foot behind you for tiger pose. Give that leg a kick to the sky. And then take your gaze over your left shoulder. So we're adding a little bit of a twist into here. Maybe see if you can gaze towards that back leg, but try not to forget about the power, the strength to kick it to the sky. Left chest feeling nice and open, body definitely feeling warm now. One more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, release, draw yourself back towards tabletop. Take just one cat and cow as a sort of reset moment. Deep breath in, lift the chest, sit bones are tall. Breathing out, hollowing out the front body, belly holding in, chin to the chest. As you come back towards neutral, finding our threaded needle on the second side. So right arm threads underneath left armpit, palm faces the sky, side of the shoulder, side of the head rests down. Left hand walks away, out towards the top of the mat. Keep twisting, opening, holding belly in. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Left leg, tuck the toes, push the heel away, extend the leg first, keep it balanced for a moment. First step, you can stay with the foot down obviously, or even the knee down if you would like to. Left leg, see if it can reach up to the sky. Remember, pelvis turns down to not turn yourself into a little rolling, roly-poly off to the right side. Squeeze through left glutes, option to stay here, or bend the knee, heel towards bum. Left hand sees if it can find the inside part of the foot, so just next to your big toe. And if you have it, maybe see if you can give it a kick towards the sky. Strong belly, strong core to maintain your control here. Inhale. On the exhale, release the foot, keep the leg lifted, left hand comes back to the mat. Push yourself towards tabletop as the right arm reaches forwards to extended tabletop, gaze is towards the mat, arm rising above the ear. Deep breath in. Breathing out, knee and elbow or knee and nose are going to tap together underneath the body, rounded spine. Breathing in, extended all the way back out. Exhale, bend the knee behind you, catch the foot with your right hand. Allow yourself to kick that foot to the sky, opening through the front of the right chest, and then just find that look, that gaze over right shoulder, feeling a little bit more openness in this front right side of the torso. Inhale. And then exhale, let it go. Hand come down to the mat. 2 knees back down. We're making our way into down dog, so toes tuck under. Hips lift up and back. Maybe taking a pedal out of the legs. The hamstrings haven't had too much love yet today. Focus on that nice open shoulder as well. Shoulder blades broad across the upper back. Chest pushing back towards legs. Take one more inhale. And one more exhale. Keep your left hand nice and firm down against the floor. Your right hand is going to reach towards your left ankle. Inner ankle is a little more accessible. Outer ankle would be making things life harder for you. Twisted down dog. Gaze is going under left shoulder, or left armpit, should I say. Keep pushing into that left hand, turning your chest. Gaze going under the arm. Hold this twisted dog. Inhale. As you exhale, right foot is going to step forwards to the top of the mat. The right hand then reaches to the sky into our simple twisted lunge. Keep this front knee drawing in towards the body. Gaze is going tall towards fingertips. Press away through the back heel. Inhale as you hold. And then this arm in the sky, I want you to think of circling it alongside the body. Drop the back knee down as you go, and then 2 arms come together forwards and high into your low lunge, driving the hips forwards and down. Left glutes are squeezing to help open into that left hip flexor. Think of the chest rising towards the sky. Lift that chin. Nice open front body. Deep breath in. On the exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Lifting the back knee, we're going to send the right foot straight into the sky for a 3-legged dog. And then when it gets there, bend the knee, heel towards bum, turn the hips open to face the right hand side, and really think of lifting the right thigh away from the left. You can stay as you are in this little twisted open hip dog, or maybe see if you can drop your left elbow down to the floor. Makes that sort of open feeling to one side feel that little bit more. Deep breath in. Now on the exhale, if you lowered the elbow, push your way back up. Everyone's going to draw that right knee forwards. See if we can place it down into pigeon. So just a little bit wider than the right wrist. The shin can be on a diagonal, and wiggle that back leg away until you find yourself this stretch in the outer right hip. Pelvis is nice and level. Back leg, knee and foot face down. Nice firm press into this front shin. Chest is going to stay tall. Inhale. Exhale. Again, breathing in and breathing out. And then in a similar way to our tiger pose, I want you to leave your left hand down on the mat for some support. Doesn't matter how close it is, that just depends on how big the back bend is going. Right hand, yes, there are some back bends in this class. Right hand is going to sweep off behind you to see if we can find that back foot. So there's a little bit of a twist. I say it's a little bit, it's quite a bit of a twist going on in the body here. Doesn't matter how high off the floor your right thigh becomes. You can rise that left hand up onto fingertips to keep the chest tall, and see if you can experiment with the difference of pulling the heel in towards your bum, say good morning to your quads, but then also giving that foot a kick away. It helps the body feel that little bit lighter, that little bit more upright, and actually helps us work into our torso that little bit more. Hold whatever we have here, breathing in. And then breathing out. Softly release the foot if you have it. Hands come down to the mat. Now sitting ourselves off towards the right hand side, so slouch your way off to one side. Maybe see if this knee can just come a little bit more central onto your mat. Sweep your back left leg round. See if you can bring the foot without your hands to the outside of your thigh. Now, wiggle it there. If it didn't quite make it, pick it up, put it there, seated twist. See if we can encourage the left sit bone back down onto the mat. It's probably wanting to lift up a little bit. Left hand behind us as a kickstand. Inhale, right arm to the sky. And as you exhale, elbow hooks around the leg. As we look over left shoulder, keeping the chest nice and tall. Breathing in. Breathing out. Again, inhale. And on the exhale, undo that twist. Draw yourself back round to face center. We're going to wiggle the top leg further over as we come into cow face pose. So we're trying to bring the top knee in line with the bottom knee. Squeeze those thighs together. Not the easiest position for some people's hips, including my own. Keep encouraging that left sit bone down. Heels are nice and close to the outer edges of our pelvis. If you want to take the hip opener further, you could guide the feet away from the body towards the top of the mat, making sure both sit bones stay tall. Once you've settled those legs, inhale, arms to the sky, lifting. On the exhale, left hand to come to the floor beside you. Take a little side lean, rolling open that right chest, gazing under the armpit. As you inhale all the way up to the sky, two arms are lifted. And as you exhale, coming in the opposite direction, but really focus on that left sit bone staying grounded. Option to soften this right elbow to take the side bend a little further. Use the inhale to come all the way back up, and then perhaps just a little bit of momentum to try and roll over the knees so your hands can come down, unravel those legs, and then allow yourself to return into down dog so that we can find those movements on our second side. Inhale. Exhale. One more. From here, left hand is going to reach towards right ankle. Again, inner ankle, little more accessible, perhaps even calf. Or you could go for the outside if you want to be taking that reach that little bit further, making that twist a little more challenging. Left shoulder is thinking of dropping down towards the mat, gazing under right armpit. Take one more deep breath in. As you let go of the foot, the left foot steps forwards, the left arm finds itself in the sky. As you're into your twisted lunge, hips driving forwards and down, gazing up to top fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more. And then the arm in the sky, think of circling it backwards as it comes alongside the thigh. Drop the back knee, two arms go forwards and then high to the sky into your low lunge. Finding that engagement through right glutes, sinking the pelvis forwards and down, nice and strong through our lower body. Lengthening out that lower part of the torso, pull the ribs away from the hips. Inhale. As you exhale, hands come down, framing that front foot. The left foot is going to go straight into the sky for your three-legged dog. When it gets there, reach through the toes, bend the knee, heel towards bum, pelvis turning to face the left-hand side of the mat. Lift the thighs away from one another, option to drop the right elbow towards a little bit more of a funky three-legged down dog, lifting through top leg. Holding, inhale. On the exhale, press back up onto the hand if you lower down, drawing this left knee forwards into our pigeon. Knee is going a little bit wider than the wrist. Back leg can and then wriggle away to find that moment of stretching that outer left hip. Hands can stay as they are for a moment, keeping that chest nice and tall, heavy hips towards the mat. Breathing in, breathing out. And then right hand to stay down, maybe a little further away to give yourself a little bit of extra softness in the lower back. Left hand is going to spin off behind you to see if you can catch that back foot. And again, just have a little bit of a play around with both. Pull that heel in towards your bum. Good morning, quads. And maybe you're really enjoying that. Maybe you want to stay with this variation, or maybe you want to kick that foot back. Feel that little extra lightness in the upper body. Opening front of left chest, strong with the back leg. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, softly release the leg. Sit your bum off towards that left side. This knee, just bring it a little bit more central. See if you can hook that right leg round the outside of the left. Give it a little help with the hands on its last little bit of the journey. Right hand is behind you. Inhale, left arm to the sky. As you exhale, hook the arm over the leg. Maybe just give it a hug if you prefer. 2 sit bones are on the mat. Great. Breathing in. On the breath out, draw yourself back round to face center, coming to cow face pose again. So wiggle the thighs towards the very sort of midline, so they're right in front of your chest. I tend to have to lift my sit bones and really fight my legs into position. Do not be afraid to do the same. Squeeze those inner thighs together, press down into both sit bones. This time as you inhale, 2 arms to the sky, reaching, lengthening. On the exhale, left arm releases alongside your body. Reach it up between your shoulder blades. See if you can find the bind. If you're miles away and you don't have a strap and holding your t-shirt is not your favorite, just take your left hand to your elbow instead. Really work on this top arm, drawing in towards the head and lift your chin so you press the back of the head against the arm. Just one more deep breath in. As you release it, let it go. Coming to the other side, so send both arms to the sky first. And then right arm is going to release. It's going to wriggle its way up between your shoulder blades. Left hand is going to go see if it can find it. Alternatively, right hand holds the elbow to pull it in and push it down between shoulder blades. Inhale. And exhale as you release. Again, finding that little bit of momentum to roll over those knees and then just untangle the legs so you're back towards a tabletop position. Tuck the toes under behind you and push your way back into this little froggy squat. We're then going to step the feet even wider. See if we can balance our way down into Malasana. Feet are wider, toes pointing out, elbows driving those thighs away. Nice deep breath in. Sinking sit bones with the breath out. The right hand is then going to sweep the right leg wider as it steps off the side of the mat. And as you inhale, left arm to the sky as the gaze follows. You can stay nice and open and wide, a nice energizing shape here. If you'd like to take the bind, you're very welcome to take those hands around the back of the right bum. Right arm is in front of the shin. Keep pressing thighs wider. Inhale. As you exhale, come back towards center and straight the other side. Left hand steps out. Breathing in, right arm rises tall, turning the chest towards fingertips. Same again, if you took the bind on the other side, take it on the second side. Finding that nice roll back of this right chest. Breathing in. Breathing. Undo the twist. Your hands back towards center, fingertips onto the mat in front of you. Push yourself back up towards like a ragdoll fold, so knees are still bent, belly is nice and close to thighs. Let's see if we can balance this morning. Not always the easiest thing to do first thing. So we're going to take right hand to the floor, just like we did towards the beginning. As you inhale, left arm is going to rise to the sky, turning and twisting the body. Arm in the sky is then going to drape over the lower back to come and find our right outer thigh. Think of the right rib cage and the right thigh staying nice and close together as the right hand goes between the legs to see if we can find the bind behind our back. If the bind isn't there for you, just stay in your twisted variation. We're then going to take the gaze towards the mat. See if we can take the weight towards the left foot. Start to lift the chest as you draw this leg up with you into your bird of paradise. Now, we've not done too much hamstring work this morning, so keeping the leg bent and heel pulling in is a nice place to stay. If you're feeling much more open or ready, you can experiment with extending those right toes away from you. If you manage the balance, see if you can come out of it the way that you went in. Place the foot down, undoing the bind, reaching the left hand to the floor. Inhale, right arm to the sky, twisting, opening. On the exhale, right hand searches out left outer thigh, left arm, squish the thigh and belly together. Keep that connection, find the bind nice and tight, don't let it loose. The looser it gets, the harder the balance becomes for your bird of paradise. Weight comes onto the right foot. Think of lifting the chest, root down through that right side, squeeze the thigh in towards the side body as you see if you can find a little lift through the body. Use the back of the left arm to press that thigh backwards to help the body stay. Inhale. And then see if you can step your way back down as you then release the hand. Sink your bum towards your heels. Allow yourself to find sit bones to the floor, elegantly or otherwise. Feet are going to be hip distance apart onto the mat in front of us, relatively close to our bum, not too far away. Right hand is going to step off behind us, pointing towards the back of the mat. And then this left arm that's in front of the body, take a deep breath in, drive your hips to the sky as you reach that left arm up and over and gaze with it. So this top left side of the body is feeling super long. As you exhale, sit your bum back down and then take it to the other side. So left hand out behind you, facing backwards. This right arm, as you inhale, push the hips high, reach it up and over, gaze with it. So there's a bit of a twist going in the body. And as you exhale, sit your bum back down. One more each side. Right hand off behind you. Lift your hips. Left arm reaches towards top left corner of the mat. Oh, actually, I think that's the right corner. Reach it up and over. As you exhale, come back. One more. Left hand is behind you. Deep breath in, lift the pelvis, reach the arm up and over. And then exhale, bum returns to the floor. Step the feet away from you as your arms reach forwards. Allow yourself to unravel the spine down onto the mat. And when it gets there, let your knees have a nice soft squeeze in towards the body. Take a full inhale. And a slow exhale. Maybe open that mouth, let it out. Let those knees both fall off towards the right. Left arm out in the opposite direction. A nice deep belly breath, expand into that twisted section. And release. Let the legs come up via center. And over to the other side. Any variations welcome, you guys. Right arm reaches out. The gaze can follow if you wish. Take a nice deep belly breath. And release it. You can then roll your way back to center. Arms are nice and loose alongside you. Feet to step out and away. Find a softness from head to toe as your body finds stillness. Just observe as the breath starts to move a little slower. Feel the heart start to beat a little softer. And then take a nice deep breath in, letting that energy move back around the body. Find some small movements. And when you feel ready, give your legs a soft little hug in towards you. You can then gently find your way back to seated. Any comfortable position that works for you. Your final breath in to reach the arms to the sky, gazing up. And your final exhale to draw the hands to the belly and the chin down towards the chest. Thanks so much for practicing with me today, guys. Hopefully a lovely way for you to start your day. If you'd like some other morning classes, there's a whole load of them in this playlist here on this side, and my most recent video can be found on this side. Don't forget to leave a little like if you enjoyed the class. I very much appreciate the support.